Welcome to the Learn at Home Illinois Home Care Aid Quarter 1 in services. My name is Kelly Wise, and I'm going to take you through our packet today that you just received from your respective Help at Home branch. Before we get started with what you should expect in this Learn at Home packet, we want to just do a check-in. Here listed, you see some images. Take a moment to think about what images you see presented on the screen best describes how you're feeling in this moment and why. Are you feeling heavy with rain? Are you feeling a little sunny with some snow? How about sunny with some heavy rain? Gloomy with thick clouds? Very sunny with full sun? Partly sunny? Or a bit stormy? Take a moment just to kind of think about how you're feeling in this moment and why. It's always helpful from time to time to do a check-in to how we're feeling. And also with that check-in, we ask you that because we want to make sure that you make any necessary adjustments you need to make if you're not feeling the best. Then what adjustments can you make at this time so you can have the best learning experience? So we're checking in, we're making adjustments because we all want to have the best learning experience. Now that we've done that, we're going to proceed on what you can expect in this Learn at Home packet. We're going to go through each of the pages and just go through them so you can know what to expect and what you do while you're engaging in this Learn at Home experience. So here is our agenda. As you can see listed, there's the activities that you will engage in and the estimated time that it will take for each of these activities. In total, it should take you about 3 hours at length for this Quarter 1 learning experience. Make sure that you give yourself time and a break in between activities as needed. We suggest that you take no more than 10 to 15 minutes of break time during the duration of this learning experience so you can keep yourself on task for success. All right, let's get into the packet. We're going to go through it in its entirety. Just one more recommendation. We do recommend that you read the packet in its entirety when you're alone at home one time, and then read it again for the second time. During that second time, have the intent to complete all of the activities and engagements as instructed. So the next page, you'll see that there's going to be a section for you to write down any notes and any questions you may come up as you're engaging in this learning experience. So you have that space to write down any questions, again, or any thing that come up, or for next more additional follow-up questions you may have, so you can take that back to your branch. Our first topic is going to be on elder abuse. There is a section and a listed of all the steps of what you'll need to do to engage and what you can expect for this learning experience. Read it in its entirety, and then it's going to take you into how you can access the content. You will need your phone devices to scan this QR code. So there are some instructions on how you can do that so you can access the video content on that specific topic. While you're watching the video content, there's going to be a knowledge check. We do recommend, highly recommend, that you have this with you at time of your observing that video. You'll want to go ahead and complete this knowledge check as you're observing. We want you to retain the knowledge and what you're looking at from the video content. So there are some questions just to keep you engaged in order for you to do that. Keep in mind, note that you will need to return not all knowledge checks back to your respective branches to receive full credit. In addition, in this topic, there's some one-pager with some high-level information that you can use as a reference guide, some key takeaways for the future on that specific topic. Here is our Help at Home policy. Please read it in its entirety to know the standards and of what Help at Home expect around elder abuse. There's a space for you to do some reflection activity based on what you learn for each topic. So here you can have some takeaways for yourself and reflect on those things. Again, this is a space and time for you to have any additional, if you have any additional questions, make sure you write those in the space provided for future follow-up. Our second topic for our quarterly in-services is on Alzheimer's and dementia. Here listed is all of the steps of what you can expect that you'll engage in for this learning experience, how to access the content. Again, the knowledge check that we do highly recommend that you have with you while you're watching that specific content video, so you can complete this at time as you're observing. There's a one-pager on Alzheimer's and dementia that you can use for your reference in the future with some key takeaways and highlighting some things to remember. It's space for you to reflect on based on what you've learned so far, so you can write those reflections down once again. Our third topic is on influenza and COVID-19. There's some space for you to read through, to think about what you're going to engage in. There's a handout and how you can complete the reflection activity. Here's the handout, and here's the reflection activity on influenza. Here's the handout for COVID-19, and here's the reflection activities that you'll complete for this particular topic. And lastly, you'll find in your packet the learning evaluation. You will need to do this and complete it on its entirety, answer all of the questions to the best of your knowledge. You will return this to your trainers to receive full credit. So along with the knowledge check, this is another space that you'll need to make sure that you pull out of the handout to return this. So you're returning the knowledge checks, and you're going to return the learning evaluations at the end of your learning experience. And the final page you'll find in your learning packet is the next steps. So please read it in entirety to think about all of the things that you need to do to receive full credit for the Learn at Home Illinois Q1 in service. So you're going to read and complete all of these steps. So we have come to a conclusion for our Learning at Home introduction packet video. Our next steps, again, for you to do is to go back to the agenda to see what's your next step, and that's going to be on the topic of preventing abuse. Again, we want to welcome you, and we hope you have a successful learning experience.